Have you noticed a subtle shift in the energy around you lately? A feeling that something is changing deep within the spirit of someone you care about. This isn't a coincidence. What you're sensing is a powerful, divine awakening happening within them. The person who has been on your mind is experiencing a profound internal revolution, and it's changing everything. Let's talk about the emotion you might be picking up on, a sense of righteous anger. It's crucial to understand this isn't a destructive rage. Instead, see it as a spiritual fire. Its only purpose is to burn away the lies and doubts that were planted by others. For too long, your bond was criticized by outside voices, a family member who didn't understand, a friend who projected their own fears, or the endless opinions from social media. This anger is their spirit's powerful way of saying, no more. It is a protective force, finally defending the sacred connection you share. The real value in understanding this process is seeing the clarity that comes after the fire. Think of it like a forest that needs a controlled burn to allow new, stronger growth to emerge. All those toxic comments were like weeds, choking the beautiful truth of your relationship. Now, that undergrowth is being cleared. Your person is starting to see you again, not through the distorted lens of other people's judgments, but through their own heart. This is the foundation of a reunion that isn't based on fantasy, but on a truth that has been tested, purified, and made unbreakable. It's a common mistake, but a painful one. They started measuring your unique bond against everyone else's ordinary relationships. They forgot that a love designed by heaven doesn't follow a worldly template. Your story was never supposed to look like a copy of someone else's. This is the heart of the message in Isaiah, where God reminds us that His plans are infinitely higher and more creative than our own. He wrote your love story with a unique purpose that no one else could fully understand. The painful truth your person is now facing is found in Proverbs. Gossip and outside opinions can tear even the closest friends apart. They are finally realizing that the real threat to your connection wasn't a lack of love between you, but the negative whispers that seeped in from the outside. It's like they've been given a pair of glasses that lets them see the past with perfect clarity. They can now trace the exact moments when a relative's comment about stability made them doubt, or a friend's cynical advice built a wall of fear. They see how the desire to please their family or fit in with friends caused them to value public image over the private, sacred intimacy you shared. This awakening is bringing a heavy, but necessary, accountability. The comfort of going along with others now feels like a betrayal of what you had. They are wrestling with a difficult question from Galatians. Was I living to please people or to serve God? In trying to keep the peace with everyone around them, they lost sight of the one relationship that was a divine assignment, the one with you. The weight of this truth is immense. They are replaying every time they stayed silent when they should have defended you, every time they questioned your worth based on someone else's standard, and every time they chose the easy path of conformity over the brave path of protecting your love. This painful season of clarity, however, is the very thing that can lead to restoration. The realization of how much they conform to the world, as warned in Romans, is the first step toward a true renewal of their mind and heart. This isn't just about regret. It's about a profound learning that will forever change how they value what you have. Once someone sees the truth this clearly, they can never unsee it. And that is the solid foundation upon which something truly unshakable can be rebuilt. They began to edit their joy for different audiences, dimming the light in their eyes when they spoke of you. They became a puppet to others' expectations, forgetting they were designed to move in sync with you. The authentic person you knew in private was replaced by a performer in public, Someone who might laugh at jokes at your expense or stay silent when your character was attacked, all to keep the peace with people who didn't understand your bond. You felt this deeply. You watched them choose the crowd's approval over your covenant, becoming smaller when they should have stood tall. You felt your trust slowly erode under the weight of their conditional commitment. But see their current anger as a powerful transformation beginning. Like Jesus cleansing the temple, they are experiencing a righteous fury at how your sacred connection was turned into a public forum for gossip. This isn't destructive rage, but a holy anger, a protective passion being refined into a vow to never again let outside voices pollute their inner truth. At its core is a heartbreaking confession. I failed to protect us. This painful realization is the crucial soil from which genuine change can grow. A profound realization is dawning on them. They failed in their sacred duty to guard your bond. Memories of every missed opportunity to defend you now haunt them. This is more than guilt. It's a spiritual conviction. They are learning that to whom much is given, much is required. The weight of their regret is proof they now value the treasure of your trust they once took for granted. This is a necessary purification, like a gardener finally weeding a neglected garden to restore its health. Before new growth can begin, the gardener must first confront the neglect. This difficult work, pulling the weeds of fear and people-pleasing, is not destruction, but a loving commitment to restoration. This is their current season, the hard, lonely process of making the soil of their heart fertile again. The goal is not to dwell in past pain, but to be prepared for a future where they can protect something beautiful. We arrive at the silversmith final test. His work is complete only when he sees his own reflection perfectly in the metal. This is the goal of your person's trial by fire, to burn away the fear and compromise until God's own faithful love is visible in their life. Their present pain, though real, is different from the loneliness you carried when you felt like a second choice. Now, they are learning the cost of their choices through the direct consequence of your absence. This has birthed a powerful dread within them, the fear that you have found peace without them. They are tormented by the thought of you being cherished by someone with the strength they lacked. What devastates them is knowing you would be right to move on. Your happiness would be the natural result of the emptiness they created. This terror is now their most effective teacher. The possibility of permanent loss is carving into them a true understanding of love's demands, that it is an active, protective force. Sometimes, we only understand the well's worth when the water is gone. Your own path, meanwhile, has been one of quiet triumph. Your peace is a victory. You didn't just walk away from a broken situation. You walked toward the wholeness God intended. While they were lost in a storm of voices, you anchored yourself in unchanging truth. Your journey is a powerful testimony of courage. Choosing peace over a prolonged battle is a profound strength. Your decision to walk away wasn't retreat, but a strategic step toward the life God intends. You traded noise for quiet and conflict for clarity. By releasing the need to control the outcome, you made room for a divinely-powered solution. This faith hasn't weakened you. It has secured you on an unshakable foundation. Evidence of this shift is everywhere. The static of worry has been replaced by a frequency of calm. The exhausting work of self-defense has ceased, allowing a quiet confidence to take root. You are now defined not by others' distorted reflections, but by the one who designed you. Notice the gentle proofs of your transformation. A spontaneous joy that surfaces without cause is no coincidence. It's confirmation. It's your spirit, freed from the weight of another's indecision, learning to breathe again. This is the resilient joy Scripture calls your inner fortitude. You experience it in ordinary moments, a sudden appreciation for a sunset, a light-hearted exchange, a restful sleep. These aren't trivial, they're sacred restorations. Seasons once lost to anxiety are being returned to you. You're not just recovering from the past. You're entering a future where your peace is the priority and your worth is unquestioned. This divine restoration is actively rebuilding your confidence, stronger than before. The old, heavy patterns are passing away. Something new is being born. You've laid down the burden of their spiritual journey, a weight you were never meant to carry, creating space for a joy no circumstance can touch. Your peace has become your testimony. Their attempts to provoke you were met with a quiet strength that disarmed them. You didn't play their games because you graduated to a higher level. Your steady dignity reflected their instability, and what they saw shook them. While they spoke the language of drama, you chose mature love. In your silence, you revealed a powerful truth. You have found a wholeness that doesn't include them. They expected a reaction, but you gave them reflection. You refused to be pulled into chaos, responding instead with unwavering peace. Your calm silence taught them a powerful lesson. Your worth is not negotiable. You chose not to play their games, showing that you are the author of your own story. Now they face a profound spiritual awakening, a dark night of the soul, where every false idea about love is being stripped away. This sacred demolition is clearing shaky foundations of ego and pride, making room for something real. A deep rewiring is occurring within them. They are learning that true love isn't a battle to win, but a partnership built on trust and vulnerability. Every past manipulative game is now recognized as fear in disguise, fear of judgment, fear of exposure. In this season of reflection, they are discovering that love needs no armor. All their unhealed wounds are surfacing not for punishment, but for liberation. This humbling process is an act of grace, tearing down the flawed self to rebuild the faithful partner they were always meant to be. Like a seed that must break open in the dark soil to grow, your person is in a necessary season of breaking. God is reshaping them, not to shame them, but to build a new foundation, replacing fear with courage and selfishness with selflessness. This transforms your waiting. The question shifts from their worthiness to God's timing. You can trust that His thorough work will only be complete when they are ready to cherish what they once overlooked. Your patience, therefore, is active trust. You are cooperating with a divine timeline, believing a love is being reborn, stronger and unshakable. In their struggle, they are being answered with liberation. God is freeing them from the prisons of people-pleasing and fear, making them whole. If your paths reunite, it will be as two complete people, capable of a love that truly lasts. Think of it this way. A builder doesn't place a roof on a house with a weak frame. It wouldn't protect you from the first storm. In the same way, a reunion now, before their inner foundation is solid, would not be a true shelter. The same cracks would appear under pressure. The same doubts would creep back in. The very things that hurt you before would happen again. This period of waiting, then, is not a denial of your love. It is the ultimate protection of it. It is a sign of profound care for both of you. God is saying, I love you too much to give you back a version of this person who is still a prisoner to the opinions of others. He is working to break the chains of their need for approval, ensuring that when they stand with you, they are standing on their own 2 feet, guided by faith and not by fear. This process is about achieving a real, lasting freedom, the kind that changes a person from the inside out. Without this freedom, Any second chance would be temporary, simply a pause before the old cycle of pain repeated itself. So, if your paths are meant to join again, they will return to you as a different person. They will carry a new strength. Picture them with a calm confidence, no longer tossed by every critical word. Envision them setting boundaries you never thought possible, calmly telling family or friends, "Your opinion on my relationship is not needed. My decision is made." This is the potential outcome of this difficult season. It's not just about bringing someone back. It's about welcoming back a person who has been remade, a partner ready to build a future with you that is strong, secure, and blessed from its very foundation. This is the kind of restoration that lasts a lifetime. There's a powerful truth at work here that changes everything. Your peace is not a setback to your desire for reconciliation. It is the very thing that makes a healthy reunion possible. For a long time, your deep need for their love may have accidentally sent them a message. It told them, even in their inconsistency, that they still had a place to return to without having to truly change. Your heart was a safe harbor for a ship that was not yet seaworthy. It allowed them to avoid the full consequence of their actions and the full weight of their need to grow. But now, by finding your own footing and building a life filled with purpose and joy, you have removed that safety net. Your strength has become a mirror, forcing them to look at their own reflection without any distractions. They can no longer change just to win you back. They must now change because they are fundamentally dissatisfied with the person they have been. This is how God works. He uses your wholeness to inspire theirs. You are now living the powerful principle of putting God's purpose first. By focusing on your own healing and the path He has for you, you are not neglecting your desire for love. You are fulfilling the very condition that makes a blessed outcome possible. You are creating a space where any future connection will be a choice, not a dependency, a partnership of two whole people, not a rescue mission. In the quiet of your absence, they are learning the lessons your presence could never teach. They are discovering what it is to face a problem without your encouragement, to celebrate a victory without your shared joy, and to feel fear without your faith to steady them. They are chasing after the approval of others, only to find it empty. This experience is hollowing them out, creating a space where genuine desire for something real, for God, and for the love you offer can finally take root. Your journey forward, in peace and purpose, is the most powerful force for change in this entire situation. It is the quiet, unwavering proof that love should be a celebration, not a struggle. There comes a point when the chase for everyone else's approval leaves a person feeling completely empty. They are starting to see that the crowd's applause is noise, but your love was a melody. They are learning the hard way that life was richer, truer, and more peaceful when they were walking with you. This realization is dawning not because you told them, but because they are now living in the quiet absence of what they once had. This experience of loss is a profound teacher. It is showing them the true value of your love in a way that words never could. They are feeling the emptiness, and that feeling is creating a space for genuine change. Remember, we often don't fully appreciate what we have until we experience life without it. So, place your trust in this process. Every single tear you have shed has been witnessed and held sacred. Think of your pain as seeds planted in the ground. It may be dark and difficult now, but you have been planting seeds of strength, self-respect, and deeper faith. You have been nurturing a garden of your own character, and a harvest of joy is quietly taking root beneath the surface. Do not grow weary in your hope. You have been doing the good work of honoring yourself and trusting God. At the perfect moment, a time only heaven knows for certain, you will see the result of your patience and faith. That harvest will be so full and beautiful that it will make sense of every struggle you've endured. A prayer for your journey. Heavenly Father, we bring every hurting heart before you. Wrap them in your peace and protect their hope. We ask that you continue the good work you have started, shaping all involved into stronger, wiser vessels of your love. We claim your promise that when we find our joy in you, you shape the deepest desires of our hearts. We place our trust not in our own timeline, but in your perfect plan, believing that the good things you have started, you will faithfully complete. Amen.